Jade, that's the shenanigans done start. The shenanigans started already, guys. Good morning, and welcome to Island Tea right here on Winn Media SKN, guys. It's Tuesday, September 27th, the tail end of the month, and you're here with your faves, me, Azem, and of course, I'm joined by Jade, Gwenny, Grenadita, CPL, Martha, Stewart.
Morning.
No, I'm trying to figure out what the hairstyle are calling you. Calling you.
Okay, I can't call me Tushran.
I can't call it Tushran no more. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. But yeah, guys, we here and looking forward to a very interesting show today. Jade, the people want to know how you're doing. I got so many questions yesterday.
You did.
Yes, people were concerned. People cared.
Oh.
Yes.
I needed to rest my body. You know about rest your body?
Rest your body?
You need to rest it sometimes.
So what happened this weekend?
What do you mean?
The weekend is so rested?
Yeah.
And then Monday you had to rest still? You had to rest Monday from the weekend?
Bye.
Tell the people I went down now?
The weekend was just a vibe.
10 strand.
Listen, I got more locks than there, you know. Get away in your place.
Yeah, in a bango sugar, man.
I have 100 locks on my head. So let's get some numbers going here, please.
Okay, 100 strand.
That's one a little better.
All right, cool.
But yeah, man, weekend was vibes. You know, we went outside for a bit. You know, when you just know sometimes when you wake up that you just need to go back to sleep. Yeah, really.
Yeah.
And it happened to happen Monday, so I had to get together for the rest of the week.
I got you. I didn't really go into any detail about anything on the weekend. Oh, yeah, tell them you was
up on the stage in your sexy white pants.
See, that's how I know. You know what you're talking about. I wasn't wearing white. I was not wearing white.
That's what I'm going to wear. Maybe see you again. No, I lie. I remember seeing you, right?
You see me early before.
And then I see you on the stage. Oh. You had on a sweater shirt? I see what you had on.
Let me show you what I had on because...
No, I feel like I'm imagining a hole in your outfit.
No, I feel like you're imagining somebody else.
It's only... man. It's only 1.5 Rasta man here, man.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. But,
What color pants is that?
Teal.
Okay, my bad. I was way off. But he looked nice.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, you look nice too. Okay, let me just put this out there. Particularly the ladies, they showed up and showed out on the weekend.
They did.
Like, no, I am known to be very critical of like not on the radio, but of women and like sometimes for my taste they go overboard. Not that my taste matters, but for my personal taste, sometimes it does be a little too much for me personally. But this weekend, no. No.
What you think is women know how to just show up and
show it. It was.
That does look nice for real.
Yeah, it was definitely women definitely stepped their game up this weekend.
Just give y'all a theme, or y'all go run with it.
Bye. Morning, Witty.
But yeah, this weekend was nice.
Okay.
I just feel like a partying as an adult is tiring.
It does look tiring for like. I mean, I'm not necessarily a partier, but I don't look at the people who are doing it, and it does look like a lot.
And the older you get, the more, the harder it is for you to recover the next day. Like when you was 18, you wake up again, you're good. You wake up the next day, you're ready to go again. You want to do the same thing you did the day before.
Let's get weak at this. Let's get neat.
Wake up at 30 the same way. Oh my God. You can't even believe the pains, the aches.
Yeah, I see that.
This adult thing is a scam as him.
Yeah, I feel like I get off easy because it's generally what has happened is either I get to come there for a very specific time of the event and then leave if I want to, or stay until the end.
But you don't be doing too much. You just do a little, walk back and forth on the stage, and then after that, you're just standing up.
Right, exactly. The other option is I'm literally there 12 hours before and then leave 12 hours after. So it's like, you just kind of take it how it comes. You kind of take it how it comes. What does be interesting though is the events where I have to do both. That's when I does be out there. Like if I work in, like maybe I'm working with the sound system or the band playing on the same event. Like that does get tiring.
You know, I feel like we as promoters should start doing.
What's that?
You know, sometimes we give goodie bags at the gate.
Yeah.
They need to contain some baggies of Epsom salt.
Ah.
Instead of the condoms and the
Yeah.
sweets in them and, you know, the vitamin C packs. I mean, all important, eh?
All important.
But a little baggie.
Of Epsom salts.
Oh, my God. Listen, they're going to go a long way, you know?
I'm telling you, I appreciate that. Because it's like, we knew you would need this.
We knew based on the behavior that you would need this.
Maybe a small travel size Bengay.
Yeah. You know?
Or White Cross.
Something. We have to start packing these bags for the target audience. And the target audience ain't good. The limbs ain't good.
Why?
The knees ain't good. The ankles going.
Hey, but big up to Witty for recognizing that my knees have actually been good lately.
What she think? She said the gym working?
Well, something.
Vibes.
And yes, people, like, for the first time ever, my knees were on display.
I'm telling you, but yeah, it's true. Me, I'm no out.
Yeah, I remember one of the fellas in the band said, "I'm barely by your knees."
Couldn't even believe it, eh?
Couldn't even believe it.
I tell you, up there rocking back and forth like you need them fresh.
Bye. I mean, I had a little break. I had a little break, you know, so I had time to recover.
I'm sure you've been hitting the gym hard too.
Yeah.
Building up the knee strength.
The knee strength. Oh man, but yeah, it's been a lot going on
in the news.
In the news.
That's normal.
In the news.
That is a normal occurrence, friend.
Oh, why? Hey, and it's obvious that school really back on, man. I can tell you. I don't know if after independence, things does kind of step up with the schools.
What do you mean?
Like, to me, even the traffic got up.
I figure out the problem.
One of the lights off over there?
Yeah.
I would do that any break.
Yeah.
But yeah, I recognizing that to me, the traffic, the children more energetic. I think it almost like as if school officially start once independence pass. At least that, and you used to feel that.
More breaks?
Right, and you used to feel that way too. Because you go back to school, and then, you know, you're kind of adjusting to your new grade, your new class, your new teacher, sometimes your new classmates. And then you start doing all the preparation, all the people who can dance to the independence program can dance.
Yeah, they really study.
All the people who, like, you got to clean. The first week is like a dead note. And then you come back the second week and then you're just preparing for independence. So school really start after independence.
Indeed. Did they still get them KFC boxes?
Still Independence Street. Yeah.
I'll never forgive them for not selling any jelly, you know. Just raw biscuit and a chicken.
What? I think... No, man.
You know what we had to do?
I think KFC need to issue an apology.
Yeah. You know what I used to do?
What?
We used to put the chicken in the bread.
Chicken in the biscuit.
At this point, it's bread. Biscuit come with jelly.
You're right.
That was a roll.
The other day, I see somebody start eating a biscuit and they're like, man, this tastes like Johnny cake. It was just, the look on their face, they were so puzzled. I was like...
You think KFC trying a new recipe?
I don't know. What I want to know about KFC, though, is how is it that no one is seemingly trying to find a solution to the wedge shortage? I don't understand how this is a thing.
I think we're working on it. He got more time now. I think you're working on it. Diligently, too.
Bye. Hey, you stop there, because...
Don't, listen... You should not be telling me that I got more time now, you know.
It's true. No, it's true.
Yeah.
But we see videos of him doing, like, experimenting and all kind of other things.
Who?
Mr. Grant?
Yeah, but I feel like these is things that he's been doing. I feel like he's been...
Yes, but generally, he probably didn't have the same amount of time to go and check out what's going on the farm.
You know what's funny to me? People literally laughing that he dealing with chickens as if they're going KFC.
But that's the thing
What do
about
you
it,
think
you
KFC
know?
yourself?
That's the thing, yeah. Because I'll be honest, that was the first thought that crossed my mind. Like, wait,
But what other thought would cross your mind?
these chickens,
Is
and
it-
you know, they were packing up for transport, it seemed. I was just like,
When I know about fresh local chicken.
the dots connecting.
Okay.
The dots connecting. The
I
dots
think
connecting.
I get it. That's why, like, if you look at other fast food chains in like America and stuff, the chicken always look like he injected with something. But ours are grown and weird, fresh.
You ain't gonna tell them. You ain't gonna tell nobody. Tell them that I say
What?
you just be selling local chicken up KFC. Yeah.
But that's not.
Me, you
What's
know,
wrong to that?
huh?
Wrong to that?
Nothing would be wrong with that at all. As a matter of fact, even though I don't have a say in this because I'm not a
I just
chicken
about to
eater.
say you have no dog in this fight.
I have no dog in this fight. But at the same time, I'd probably support that more than anything else.
Yeah, I feel like that's a good idea. Instead of having, we literally been preaching to eat local.
But let me tell you something, Jane. I don't know if St. Kitts have the land space to be able to produce the amount of chicken
It's true.
that we would need here. Jade,
Maybe he have like a secret chicken farm that we know about.
Jade, let me explain something to you,
There's
right?
a lot of chicken there live through.
Jade, let me explain something to you, Jade.
As in my chicken only got two wings, you know.
That's the point I was going to make. I was about to say, I remember when I was younger, I used to go by this place up 5 ways to buy chicken, right? Wicked chicken. I can't remember the place name. And one day, you know, you pay your $10 for your 6 wings or whatever.
When life was good, bye.
When life was good. And one day they're eating this chicken, and I was saying to myself, there's a lot of chicken. This is 3 chicken it take to give to make this thing that fit in me one hand.
One serving of wings is 3 whole chickens that had to die for you.
But yeah, I said, there's a lot of chicken that's there. A lot of chicken.
That is the real pandemic. I think, listen, the amount of chicken we consume on a day-to-day basis, every lunch menu have on a chicken lunch, eh?
Yeah, you can't really be selling food and you ain't got
Okay.
a chicken
We
meal.
have about 2,000 lunch places in St. Kitts.
Mm.
On average, every
And
day.
chicken is probably the most popular
Okay.
out of the menu, yeah.
If chicken goes scarce, what? Where would you even put that out in the atmosphere? If chicken goes scarce in St. Kitts.
The chicken goes place, the whole place close down. The whole place close down, Jade. People start to call in to work. Can't come to work.
I distraught. I grieving.
Jade, they even they're hungry. Cause all of them eat this chicken. It's only so much half the cheese you could eat, Jade.
Don't remind me.
It's only so much half the cheese you could eat. So people gonna start to call into the boss. Boss,
Lacking
you
putty.
can't come to the main and the chicken.
The lacking putty.
But you know there was a wing shortage.
I heard so. I didn't experience it, but I heard so. I've never experienced a chicken shortage. I could always find chicken in St. Kitts.
But they had a remember I told you already, you know, the other day, they had a whole wing shortage. But a lot of ties. Remember that?
Yeah, that made no sense.
But I was just like, what
Where
kind of
the tie them coming from?
where the ties them coming from, Jade? Just think about that for a second.
That don't make sense.
Where the
You can
ties
tell
coming
us
from?
that they got a wing shortage, but we have an abundance of ties. Maybe people don't eat ties enough. So they
Jade,
just had,
I could understand that, but to the point where there is no wings at all that could be found. Remember,
yeah, that's how I'm gonna eat these ties. man.
remember there was a point in the States where they say you can't find a wing in the States, yeah.
Somebody said KFC do not use those ties chickens because of franchise rules. I wish they could.
Yeah, we know that. That's what's going on.
Yeah. You know, well, listen, these franchises don't play, and they're very specific with the products, the look,
That is why.
condiments that I never have. Why do they act like they're rationing the condiments, them?
Hmm?
Why do they act like they're rationing the condiments? Like, why when you order food, or when you order, like, chicken and chips, they would give you, like, 1.5 ketchup or 5 chicken?
Because that's a big money pit there.
So I love Uncle T's, you know.
Take what you want.
Take what you want.
Uncle T's, right? Them man only got to sell 5 crates of food. They got to refill the thing with ketchup here.
Some people food just be red when they finish.
Some people just buy ketchup with a little fries.
They're fed up, man.
But me, you know what is
They're on
that?
an indigestion.
Some people just buy let me get 5 ketchup. and try a little bit of wings in it for me. A little bit of fries in it for me, please.
I think me at the people who just living life with that, they're just burning them every day. no matter what I eat. No Tums, no nothing.
No, man, they're young. What happens is at that time, they ain't got to worry about them things. Yeah.
Okay.
Let them hit 40, man.
As in I have indigestion currently.
Yeah, Jade, but
At my age.
that's terrible.
It is. But I know why. I feel like this is my fault.
Oh.
So when I was younger, right, I used to have like a real addiction to sour things. And you know, sour things is
Yeah.
anyways.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, to the point where I used to literally eat, you know, the little packets of Kool-Aid? The sugarless ones, just all sour.
Really?
Yeah, bye.
So you just was eating like
Yes.
high fructose corn syrup and yellow?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. The sour, the better. But like I used to literally actively hunt things that sour. Anything sour I want, you said.
You ever tell a therapist this?
No.
You should.
I probably should.
Yeah.
I need to actually find a therapist.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the counseling center too full now. I can't get no space.
It's our fault.
I just about to say I give up space.
Yeah, it's our fault. Because we don't get telling people go up the counseling
Go
center.
up
Go up
counseling
the counseling
center. No, the
and then
counseling center say you're going to die.
no.
No, you're good. But I'm going to figure it out. But I do need to. I feel like I do a therapy session.
I don't know if anybody here wants to see if they do open. Cause some,
Oh, even you know.
yeah.
Don't ask, man. I literally just start trying to seek help.
All right. Well, while Jade goes and see who's at the door, I have a sneaky suspicion I know who it is. I always wonder about that, you know, like, you know, the weird things that people eat when they're young. I know people who used to eat powder. Jade says her. I know people who used to eat bad soap. Jade used to eat bad soap? No. Okay, Jade wasn't on the bad soap train. I don't think I ever had one of those serious, let me say, people eat dirt. Even though the dirt thing, I don't know if I... No, if you eat it by accident, that's an accident. I mean, people who would make mud pies and actually, like, try and eat it. Why? Wow. Yeah, I always wonder what is going on with that. Somebody at the door, Jane?
I have a story about what accidentally ate dirt.
You accidentally ate dirt? Mm-hmm. How'd that happen?
Well, friend, I'm glad you asked. So, you know, cousins, you know, them extended family members.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes, I have.
How much of your stories when you're small start out with? My cousin them. Yeah. A lot of your stories that start like that. Yeah? But anyway, God.
You can tell I was around my siblings, no?
No, not you. I think people in general. I think a lot of people in general, out of their childhood stories.
Sorry, I mean, look at what is laying out my news on the... Well, yeah. I was at my dad's house with my granny. This was when she was alive way back then. Mm-hmm. My grandmother actually famous, eh?
Yeah?
Yeah, she used to, like, if you're from Newtown, you have to know my grandmother. She used to have a tray by the fire station, and it was a famous tray, apparently.
When your grandma passed?
When I was 11. What?
I used to buy for your grandmother.
Yeah, like. I don't know. She didn't live. She moved from Newtown when I was before I was a thought.
You sure?
Yeah.
Kind of had a woman used to live. You had Mary who used to sell by the school.
No.
You had the Lovis who used to sell in she house.
Mm-mm.
You had a lady then used to sell there by the fire station. And then if you go down in Newtown direct, you had Iris used to sell soccer.
Oh no. My grandmother has a road named after her, the opposite side of the fire station. It's called Agatha Johnson something.
Yeah.
Over there?
I know the road, yeah.
Oh, well, maybe you know my grandmother then.
I don't know if I know.
You're kind of old young, so I don't know. But yeah, when we was living at Park Range, you know, your cousins used to come over in the summer, you know, keep your granny company and stuff.
Right.
And so one time, my good old lawyer cousin.
Because that's one time.
Yeah, man. Him and my other cousin Kwame, they was like, Jade, come here. And me and Shabazz is the same age, but Kwame older than us. They used to want to bully me like Shabazz older, but anyway. Still want to try. Anyway. So he was like, well, close your eyes and open your mouth. Right there.
Yeah, this is going on a dark path.
Right there, I should have been like,
this is going on a dark path.
But being a child, you don't know better. So I was like, sure. Fling back my head by one worm in my mouth.
What? Oh my God.
They try to assassinate me with a worm.
Yo, Yo, what children so mean, boy?
I don't know.
What children so mean?
An idol, because like, where would you see the worm? I say, you know what?
Let's call Jane.
Yeah. And a good place to put this. Every time I tell him that story, he don't remember, but I ain't gonna forget.
Yeah, I feel like that's something will make an impression.
Yeah, man. I'll when we all angry, I'm gonna tell him, remember you try to poison me with that one?
That is insane.
Yeah.
I don't think I have any of them jiggy stories in terms of like eating things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, Miss Queely, you know my grandma. She said across the fire station, then she moved to Park Range. Famous for her potato pudding and much more. She rest in peace. I need to figure out if anybody know how to make the things that she used to make. So
Potato
I can make
pudding?
them. I love potato pudding, but you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
Hey, that's one of the things too that we need to try and ensure. See, some of these older people have these skills.
The recipes.
What happens is the children, the woman, watch it. Some of these people, the children the mothers sell so much potato pudding and sell so much sugar cake and thing.
She teach me how to make them things.
That the children them know,
She teach me how to make them things.
get to go to school, get a nice education, in college, and thing, and then
Until
we
they
know lose out on the pudding them.
Yeah. As if they can do both.
You could go and have your nice career, but you got to do something. It's for the nation, you know.
Yeah, you have to carry on the traditions. We're losing our traditions. I barely could find tamarind jam and stuff.
Tamarind, what name, sir?
Gooseberry jam and stuff. You know how hard I have to hunt for them?
Jade, when was the last time you had a jawbone breaker?
What them they be again?
Okay.
Oh, them,
exactly.
them hard
The hard candy. When last you had a jawbone breaker?
I don't know.
When last you had fudge?
That's a good question. I feel like either somebody, maybe I dreamed this.
When last, see, people out there, who does sell fudge? Like, I need fudge now.
I feel like Valiant might have fudge.
Maybe. I think I've seen it there.
Yeah.
But yeah, we need to, you should find fudge all over,
All
you
over.
know.
The only actual.
Pick up Angela from up the village one time.
I'm not sure if I know who that is. But
No, she moved away she moved on to the States.
See,
She gone to the States.
the only thing locally made that I didn't like was guava cheese. I
You
never
didn't like
understood it.
You didn't like guava cheese?
No.
I don't like guavas and I eat guava cheese.
Sorry if y'all like it, but
You like guavas?
yeah. I don't like them cheese formed.
I think maybe it's the name. Maybe in your mind you're thinking cheese is supposed to be something
I
else.
don't like it. I don't know. So
It's literally the guava that I eat with sugar.
weird. It's weird.
That's how they make it, right? At least that's what I think.
Yeah. Well, they make
Yeah,
something. They make a gelatin form and then they roll it in sugar. We can take one call before we take a break.
Yeah. Hello, caller. You're live on ILNT. What's up? Is happening again? Good
Yeah,
morning,
man.
caller.
Yeah, the phone might be down again.
Oh, my. Okay. Well, I guess that means it's break time.
Indeed. Indeed.
What's going on here?
And when we come back, we'll jump into some conversation with our honorary fave, Nama, looking all nice and green, reminding me of Christmas. Stick and stay, guys.
If you say you love your little dear country, try to do something positively. Be a watchdog for the environment. Don't leave everything to the government. We dump our garbage anywhere, lit on the streets everywhere. Our behavior is telling me that we really don't care. Take some pride in your country. Volunteer to clean where it's dirty. Tourism development needs a healthy environment. Whenever we litter, we threaten our survival. So those who engage in it should be treated like criminals. So don't be afraid at all if they call you an informer. Report those who endanger our future. So if you really love this blessed land, this situation demands attention. Think about the future generation. Do what we can to preserve this island. The laws for littering we must enforce. We have to let justice take its course. If you are a proud citizen, you have the right, you have a reason to save this land from destruction. You have nation.
The Solid Waste Management Corporation, SWMC, is working hard each and every day to keep St. Kitts clean. Our primary mandate is to collect household waste while maintaining the engineer sanitary landfill in Connery. While it is the responsibility of businesses to see to it that their garbage is properly collected and disposed of at the landfill, the SWMC offers a commercial waste disposal service with our Nosy program. We also offer a bin rental service where persons can rent large bins to do community cleanups or other waste disposal activities. Additionally, our headquarters in Taylor's Range include state-of-the-art conference rooms for rental. So when you're hosting another event, consider using the SWMC conference facilities. We want to continue serving you by keeping our environment clean, because at the SWMC, waste matters. For more information, call our office at 465-9507.
Hey guys, welcome back to Winn Media SKN, and we're about to jump into one of our favorite segments with one of our favorite people.
Indeed.
Talking trash with our friends from the Solid Waste Management Corporation. And of course, we have Nama in the studio with us this morning. Good morning, Nama. How are you doing?
Awesome. Morning, Jade. How are you guys?
Morning.
Well, it's always a pleasure when you come in and hang out with us. Oh, that might give you trouble. So what you're
Yeah,
going to do
let's switch.
is you're going to switch to any one of the others.
Yeah, that one would work. Thank you kindly.
Hold up. So, yeah, let's try.
Like that. Should be fine.
Yeah,
We're good?
yeah, I think we're
Awesome.
good. Awesome. Well, even with the glitches, we're still happy that you're here. And yeah, what do you have on your agenda? First, before we even go down with that, how are you doing this morning?
I'm good. I'm really good. My mom and I, well, with my sister as well, we went and actually watched Woman King last night. So that was fantastic.
How was it? I haven't gone to see it yet.
It was awesome. That was my second time watching it.
Really?
Wow, I've
Yeah.
heard
Yes,
great things.
because I watched it on Sunday, right? And then I got home and I was like, "Hey, mom, my mom was like, where you was at?" And I was like, "Well, I went to the movie." So she was like, "What did you watch?" I'm like, "Woman King," and she freaked out.
So she knows about Woman King.
Yes, and she wanted to watch it.
And you went with it without her.
Imagine that.
Well, I told her I was going to the cinema, but she, I guess, didn't.
She didn't know it was here. Probably didn't know that's what you were gonna watch.
I don't know what she thought. But clearly, her additions and my addition just did not add up. The math wasn't mathing together. So
Right.
yeah, so she was like, "Yeah, we gotta go." And so I had to go back. Funny enough, though, I was still as captivated as I was the first time I was watching it. So and I don't usually repeat movies.
Yeah,
At
I'm
all.
the same way. But there's some movies that the more you
Yes.
watch it, the more every time you watch it, you see something else. You get another
Exactly.
fact. Like those are the best movies.
It's a must watch, and as a student of history, there's a different appreciation for it, and also as a Black person, there's a different appreciation for it. As a person of Caribbean descent, you have a certain appreciation for it, but also for myself, as because I have direct African ancestry as well. There's a different type of appreciation for it as well. So you can really look at it from so many different angles and find something to appreciate about it.
Oh, awesome. Well, I'm gonna have to check it out, Jade. Hope I don't come in here in like Yoruba, like
What you can do that?
come in with me African head wrap them.
No, well,
Now tell me where one by.
yeah, you left Al Qaeda?
Yeah,
No,
he's
no,
still,
no, no,
I think
no.
he's still with the Taliban.
I thought-
People was getting onto me, so I had to.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah. Me too. But it was awesome, and it was always good to spend time with family and so forth. So I'm in a great mood this morning.
Awesome. Well, I'm happy to hear that. And now I have something to go and do on the weekend. But what you have on your agenda? I see you have your folder this morning.
Yes, I do, because we got some stuff to talk about. First of all, well, I wanted to mention the conference facility. I know some individuals do know that we do have a conference facility on Taylor's Range, but I just wanted to remind everyone the advert usually comes on right before the show, but I just wanted to highlight it today. Not just that, but I'm going to just mention a bit of Section 36 from the Act, and we're going to speak a lot more on illegal dumping and personal responsibility when it comes to how we dispose of our waste. So we're going to just touch on each, and then I think in the coming weeks we're going to expound a bit more on those. Now, I did promise that we're going to speak about the UPOPs. However, I do want to get a few more individuals, persons who are a bit more versed in that field so that they can speak to us from an informed perspective and not just a minor research perspective.
So we have UPOP specialists here?
Not so much UPOP specialists.
Because I know K-pop
sure.
is like a UK, is like a Asian thing, right?
Yes.
So we got UPOP people here?
K-pop is, it's not an Asian thing. K-pop is it's a global thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes.
That is true.
Please do put respect on K-pop.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The super fans kind of crazy, you know.
But yeah, K-pop fans in the play,
Listen,
That's why I want to know if we have a UPOP here, because that might be a
K-pop fans
good
are
revenue stream.
Crazy. I'm not a K-pop fan. I'm a K-drama fan.
Ah.
Yes.
I don't know what those two things mean.
Korean
drama.
That part.
Korean
yes,
dramas, yeah.
Korean drama series. Everybody now thinks they're part of it because of Squid Game.
Games. But they don't know.
They don't.
They don't know.
And they disrespect the rest of us. Wow. But anyways, we digress. But yeah, I'm not sure if we have UPOP specialists per se, but we do have persons in the different fields who would be informed and educated on the different types of emissions. So they can speak to that.
Nice.
Yes. So we're definitely gonna prepare well for that one, because I know it's a topic that most persons should be intrigued by, and so I want us to ensure that we are fully geared up to inform you and give you all the necessary details. It might be a series because there's so much information.
Oh wow!
But we'll see. Yeah.
Nice.
So the conference facilities, so let's get away with the lighter stuff. You know, the conference facilities, we have made it accessible to every and anyone, in that for persons who are differently abled, you don't have to find it a challenge to get up to the conference facility. So we have the wheelchair ramps, we have the elevators and so forth. Well, elevator, one. And even our restroom facilities, those are, we do have one that accommodates persons who are challenged, so that there's a lot more space, they can move about, that kind of thing. In addition to that as well, we do have a kitchen facility, and then we have the main hall and two smaller conference rooms. One is more of a lounge, and the other one, it can actually accommodate presentations, etc., but just on a smaller scale. Parking, of course, secured parking and all of that. So tables come with it, tablecloths, chairs. So it's
it's a full function space, because I know there's been a variety of events that have been held here, to my knowledge, right?
Yes, we've had. I don't know if we could term it as a party, concerts.
I remember.
I've been to a conference.
Yes, we host mainly conferences. We've had weddings, we've had baby showers, we've had family meetings in some of the smaller rooms. So persons who wish to have like a family meeting, they can meet there. Or individuals who don't have offices and wish to have like an office setting perhaps, or somewhat similar to like a board meeting, you can rent the conference facility, especially the smaller rooms, to be able to accommodate that as well. We've had, pretty much you name it, we've had it.
Yeah.
We've had debates there. We've had graduations. So
Yeah, it really is a multifunction space. Like
Yes.
sometimes people hear conference facility and they think, oh, I mean, keeping a conference.
Yeah, mainly.
Exactly.
Yeah, not recognizing that the space is there for whatever your needs might be.
Exactly.
We could probably accommodate that. So.
Yes. So we just give us a call 465-9507. And of course, you can speak to Miss Drew, and there are other persons attached to the conference facility as well. So you can also speak to Miss Taylor, and they will be able to assist you with all of that. So when you call, speak to either Miss Drew or Miss Taylor, and they will assist you in any regard. So ask your questions. There's a form to be filled out so that you can state what it is you would like, what date you would like it, etc. Do your deposit, and you're good to go. So that's it, I think, with the conference facility. I don't know if Jay, do you have any questions?
Not really, not on the facility. I'm still waiting to hear about UPOP.
Jade, UPOP is not today.
Sorry. It's little.
Did you even do the homework?
Something to put on my phone. So I just really need.
Did you do the homework?
No, actually, I didn't. I'm not. I'm known for not doing homework. So like, don't feel away. Like this ain't my first time.
Okay. Well, I hope somebody out there did their homework. I'm not gonna ask as him if he don't say he ain't do the homework.
Oh yeah, he tell you from early. You know what you talking about?
Oh my
Do
goodness.
homework in school. Like, I make a note.
Oh my goodness.
In your big age.
Yes.
Yeah, but Nama, what else do you guys have going on? What's happening at the good old solid waste?
Well, we are still tackling the challenges that we've been facing for the past, Yes. And that is illegal dumping. So I think I'm going to skip Section 36 because I think we really need to talk about illegal dumping. Section 36 is about when persons have events and so forth, and how much time you really have to clear up and all of that.
Well, tell us, because as promoters, I think that's important for us to know.
Okay, so let's talk about Section 36. So Section 36, and everybody can just always go to the website, the Solid Waste Management Corporation website, and you can read it for yourself. But for most of you who are not going to go, let's read what Section 36 says. So public events. And 36.1 says, a person who holds any gathering, meeting, or event which is open to the public and takes place wholly or in part on state land shall apply sufficient litter bins for the event and shall ensure that all litter on the site is properly disposed of within 24 hours of the end of the gathering, meeting, or event. We got that?
Got that. That's pretty clear, actually.
Jade look like, yeah? Jade, we good?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Listen, one thing I don't play is about the garbage and the events, you know.
Correct.
Clean up the next day. All when the events are going on, you're supposed to be cleaning.
Because I know, thank you.
Give yourself less work.
Exactly. So 2 says, a person who contravenes subsection 1 commits an offense and shall be liable on conviction, A, to the penalties prescribed in paragraph A of the 3rd schedule, B, to an order ordering him to undertake, this is very sexist, ordering him to undertake for a period not exceeding 3 months such tasks by way of community service as the court may order, or C, to both the fine and order. So what is that penalty prescribed in the 3rd schedule? You might ask. So the 3rd schedule, the penalty for A is a fine of not less than $5,000, but not exceeding $20,000.
I was a little off. With my prediction.
What was your prediction?
747.
747. Why such a
just
random?
roll with it.
It just felt right. But obviously it was dead wrong.
Dead wrong.
Yes.
So
yes.
minimum 5,000.
Minimum
And we
$5,000.
cap it at around 20,000. Can we nice?
Yes.
That's an artist right there, you know?
That's an artist. That's some whole people show. That's some people whole event. That's the guys.
So definitely when thinking about the waste collection side of it, you should put some effort into it to ensure that an entire artist doesn't have to be exempt from being paid, or your entire show goes bankrupt.
Yeah.
Pretty much. So the fines are there, the rules are there. Most persons, when they have events, they do clean up, especially since we've been doing the educational side of it. And I believe persons are just becoming a lot more informed. Individuals are they're being accountable and taking personal responsibility and ensuring that they inform themselves as to what they're supposed to do and what measures they need to put in place to get everything done, which includes waste collection as well. So sometimes persons will contract, not sometimes, of course, you have to contract somebody private because that does not fall within our purview of collecting for free. So it's not municipal waste. We can't collect that for you for free. Right?
You collect it for me for a charge?
You can rent the bins. So we
Okay.
put the huge bin down, and then you might have the smaller receptacles, and then you'll dispose into the larger bin, and then we'll come and collect the larger bin. So I think that arrangement can be made, but there are other entities that you can basically get the entire process completed.
Nice.
Sounds good to
Right.
me.
Nice.
See? So, Jade, no, I can't get a commission for this, can I? No. No.
So just don't tell me? Wow.
But now you know, and I mean, you're our number one. I know with you, when it comes to waste collection, I don't got to worry at all.
Thank you.
You're
I hope they
welcome.
heard that. Out here slander my name in the streets. I'm joking.
But persons, promoters, party planners, event planners, anyone should become informed of this. You have 24 hours to clean up, but obviously you don't have to carry to the 24 hours.
Right.
Right? You can do the cleaning up while the event is going on. You can try to encourage the patrons to actually dispose of the waste in the receptacle so that you don't have to be breaking your back trying to bend and, get all these bottles and all these papers and all of these things picked up after the fact. So it makes the work easier, makes cleanup easier, makes life easier.
Indeed.
Right? So that's section 36. You can go and you can read it for yourself. And then the third schedule. So when you're reading the act, you will see the sections. You'll read the sections. The penalties are usually towards the end. So you go to the end and then you'll see all the different schedules. You have the first, second, third, fourth, fifth schedule and all of that. And you can see all the penalties lined out and you'll know exactly how much money you may have to pay if you decide to ignore the law.
Yeah, I find that kind of tense. Let's avoid that, Jane.
Yes.
I have $20,000 to give nobody. So.
Because if you do, you
Me?
can,
I mean,
I'm
if you
sure
want
there
me
are others out there who be like, yes, bring it.
Okay.
You know?
Or if I just keeping the country clean.
That's
That's
what
the hill
I'm
they're
saying.
trying to die on for Joe.
That's what I'm saying.
Jesus.
I mean, might as well just come and hand it over to solid waste one time.
If you're feeling generous, obviously.
Okay,
It's already
so let's jump into illegal dumping.
This still happens.
Of course, it still happens. You know how much hills and valleys you got?
Lawless people, man. Lawless.
Illegal dumping. It's definitely
An issue. It's definitely an issue.
Should be.
Yes, it's definitely an issue. It's definitely an issue, and
I
it's an
want
issue.
to know how
that-
much people you done find since the last time we talked about this issue.
When last we spoke about this issue, we didn't speak about this issue like 2 weeks ago.
It was 2 weeks ago?
No,
It felt longer.
A little longer. I think a little longer. It has been a little longer. But I will. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring in the little wardens, and you can ask them that question.
Yeah.
They're the
And
best.
there's the real gangsters out there.
Yeah.
The little waters them look like they just run the place.
Them the ones them who out here just doing all the scouting
Yeah,
and they
man.
finding out. Because for me too, it's one thing to see dumping happening somewhere, but the investigation are gone after that. Then
Yeah.
Sometimes these investigations are, I mean, what the litter wardens face out there on a daily basis is challenging,
I could imagine.
to say the least. And persons aren't always in a very cooperative mood.
I couldn't do
And
their job. I would be upset all the
you'll be abusing all the
As soon as I
time.
reach to my desk, I vex because I know it's some nonsense.
And the thing is, they have to be out there. First of all, the hot sun. That's number one. That alone makes you cranky.
Plus the people you have to deal with.
Exactly.
They know they do something wrong, but they argue with you.
Thank you. And persons know when they have done something wrong because they're hiding it. And if
Exactly.
you're hiding it, then you know it's wrong.
And all I have to do is drive 5 minutes to solid waste. You know?
Thank you. Like, I need to do another segment and give directions to where the landfill is
So
located.
them a map. Visuals work.
Maps don't work for me personally, so I'm not sure if it will work for others.
Easy map.
But
Easy map.
yeah, but the landfill is right there, but persons still choose to illegally dump. Why? I don't know. Now,
I think solid waste need to change the rules, right? So I feel like one of the rules should be if we catch you illegally dumping, we reserve the right to remove the trash and put it in your house. Or in the yard.
I think that might actually make us be the ones now illegally dumping.
However, what they ain't like for home, they're gonna stop doing out. So if you show them how it looks if somebody illegally dumps in their yard, pretty sure they're gonna cut it out.
Well, if you get to the person yard and the person yard always look like a dump.
Lock them up.
Oh.
That person is a
think-
menace to society.
Most persons, when you hit their pockets, that's where. That's where
money's
it
ready to
hurts.
feel it.
That's true.
When you hit pockets, that's when people snap up.
Remind them again, what's the penalty fees?
For illegally dumping, the fees for illegally dumping varies. So it depends on whether you're an entity, an individual, and so forth. So that varies.
So if it was Azim,
Why me?
come may want to use me.
Oh, okay.
Why you don't want to use you?
Because I don't dump illegally.
So
No,
you saying
not
about me?
saying
So-
he does, eh?
So what she saying about me
But
now?
I'm saying,
You saying she doesn't want that one?
That's what it sounds like. That's what she's
The view
saying.
she have of me?
Jay, do you
No.
have footage?
What?
I'm going to link you off you.
We'll investigate the matter. So the little wardens are ready. I'll send them a message just now, and they will have to follow Azim
Got you.
from now on
Try
and
to
make
snitch
sure.
by, rat me up by. Them sell me out.
But I think personal responsibility is very important. So I know over the years, persons may not have been informed, may not have had the knowledge that, hey, doing this. So illegally dumping is not always sneaking away and going to a gut or to the sea. And that's what some persons think, that it's this major thing that, oh, I have to be having this old fridge and so forth, and I just go and I dump it. Illegally dumping is also taking your fridge and put it in your neighbor's yard.
Yeah, that's an issue.
What?
Jade, people do that all the time. They take
All
it.
the time.
They take
Oh,
it.
but it's a fridge. It's a whole fridge.
Illegally dumping is also walking up and down the place with your garbage bags and decide, hey, I'm just going to throw this over randomly.
Jade, people
Yeah,
let's take that.
people buy.
People let's take, especially fridges and freezers.
Yeah,
People
but
let's
you're
take.
not, you say you're thinking neighbor ain't gonna come out and realize the shale if a fridge is yard?
Jade, people let's just take them things.
People does do
almost
it.
every.
But she gonna take what when they bring in your one?
Jade, almost
So she gonna know it's you.
Jade, almost every football field got an old fridge on the side.
That is true. That is
At
understandable.
least one. Sometimes it's 3 or 4.
Yeah, man. Like,
And
no.
if you
They turn
look
them into
at
benches.
most of these communities and so forth, and especially if you have places that have some grass and so and burn that, well, please don't go and burn any fields trying to say you're trying to discover illegal dumping sites. But when dry season comes and that grass withers, you see all the litter that has been disposed there.
Wow, that's crazy.
Disgusting, man.
If fires catch and you take a walk afterwards, you see the accumulation of garbage over there because people just throw it over. Now, most households now have a bin. However, some persons seem to not think it's okay to use the bins because the bins are too pretty.
What?
Yeah, there are some persons who actually dispose of their waste in other people's bins because they don't want to dirty their bin.
Just clean out your bin.
But is that gap?
Yeah.
But just clean out your bin, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I know that's logical. But it
I've
is
had
Yeah,
at
brush and
least,
some soap.
at
it's
least
also a garbage
three, I think, at least 3 complaints. Like
not a
individuals will wait until their neighbors are, out, but they brought out their bins and they will go and they will take their garbage and they'll put it in their neighbors' bins and not in theirs.
Because they don't want their bin get dirty. Wow.
I feel like you're making up these things.
No, it's legit reports that have been made.
Can be.
Legit.
Ain't no way.
Somebody had footage. They actually took some pictures of the person walking, leaving their bin and going to somebody else's bin with the garbage bag, putting it in the person's bin,
But you don't even
and
have to
then
lift up the
coming
bin
back.
afterwards.
Exactly. So I think, first of all, it's personal responsibility. One, we need to determine what type of waste we produce, not just in our households, but also in our places of business. So when I say personal responsibility, I'm speaking about individuals, but I'm speaking about entities as well. So you would have had instances in the past, perhaps there were systems not in place for you to dispose certain types of waste, so you found a way to deal with that. But systems are now in place, and you're supposed to be at this point informed that these systems are in place and this is what you're supposed to be using. So just because this is what you've been doing all this time does not make it right. Ignorance to the law is not an excuse.
Yeah.
So what type of waste are you producing as an individual and as a business? So as an individual, most households, we're producing household waste. But there are times perhaps you're doing renovations, you're doing something else, and of course you're going to be producing now construction waste. Who is supposed to come and collect that construction waste? You're supposed to know that. If you don't know that, your contractor is supposed to know that. Or somebody who's helping you to deal with that house is supposed to know that. And so you know that construction waste is not collected as municipal waste or regular household waste. So you need to hire someone to come and collect that waste. And that waste needs to be deposited at
The landfill.
landfill.
Imagine that.
Yeah. Hopefully they're
Ain't
gonna
hard,
get
you know.
it.
Ain't hard, you know.
one
Just
these
make sure you
mornings.
ask for your receipt.
Simple.
So when that person that you hired does not go to the landfill, but something in that waste says that that waste belongs to you, and we come, you can say, well, this is what they said, that waste was deposited at the landfill, was disposed of at the landfill. Right? So we can try to avoid illegal dumping in that regard, in that you hold the contractor, you hold whoever you hired accountable for ensuring that they dispose of the waste where they are supposed to. Right? So the type of waste that we produce, and we need to know who is responsible for disposing of that waste. Where, how, when, all of that. You need to know. As an individual, as a business entity, as an organization, and I'm talking about everyone, government entities, departments, all of these persons, they're supposed to know who is responsible for collecting the type of waste that they produce.
Okay.
Well, I hope people really taking heed to this, because really, the process isn't really that hard, you know.
It's not
No,
hard at all,
it's
is it?
not. But, as humans, sometimes we like to complicate life because we think life is too simple and we need to have a purpose. We feel like maybe artists and we must find, maybe we want to be Van Goghs of this world and just complicate life.
Maybe.
Well, hopefully they make life a little easier on themselves or on their pockets, because
Yes.
that's where they're going to really feel it.
Mm-hmm.
But,
And persons need to remember, just because you're not an individual, an entity can be charged.
okay, so I hope they take heed.
Yes, and your fees are a lot higher.
As it should be.
A lot.
As it should
More
be.
in the hundreds of thousands.
Well, they're not through me. So, all right.
So
You are going to work it out. Nama, thank you for coming to give us
Yes.
this very important information.
it was a pleasure being here. And what I'm
Yes.
going to do next time is we're just going to explore a few more things with the litter wardens.
Yeah.
Because I think you guys miss them. They haven't been here for a while.
Yeah.
Always good company.
Vanko! Pick up yourself.
Vanka, you hear that? Big up yourself. Well, I mean, so can't call one and ain't call the others.
Carlos.
Please, I beg. Definitely, we have Vance.
Yeah.
We have Keynes. Keynes legit. I think Keynes next year is gonna be working with the corporation for about 25 years.
Wow. Congratulations.
Yes, we have Lorna. She's one of the most senior litter
yeah.
wardens. Yeah. We have Leighton.
She's a fan favorite too.
Yes, we have Leighton, and oh my goodness, we have one more litter warden, but I can't remember his name.
Big up yourself still. You know who
Yes.
you are.
Yes.
Your name ain't called.
Right. Oh, and we have Shara as well.
Wow.
Yes, but I can't remember his name. I'm so sorry. I apologize.
You know
But
you're willful, man.
I'm not good with names.
You know you're willful.
Yeah. So it was great being here, and I hope to see you guys next week or week after, whichever one. And for everyone, if you have any questions, you have anything that you would like to say to us, definitely give us a call, 465-9507. And of course, you can always comment on Facebook or on the YouTube channel. We do check it out to see, there are any issues that we can address. We do so. And of course, you can always go on the website as well and email us on info.skn, et cetera, When you go, it will lead you directly to us. So till next week? Don't forget, waste matters.
If you say you love your little dear country, try to do something positively. Be a watchdog for the environment. Don't leave everything to the government. We dump our garbage anywhere, lit on the streets everywhere. Our behavior is telling me that we really don't care. Take some pride in your country. Volunteer to clean where it's dirty. Tourism development needs a healthy environment. Whenever we litter, we threaten our survival. So those who engage in it should be treated like criminals. So don't be afraid at all if they call you an informer. Report those who endanger our future. So if you really love this blessed land, this situation demands attention. Think about the future generation. Do what we can to preserve this island. The laws for littering we must enforce. We have to let justice take its course.
The Solid Waste Management Corporation, SWMC, is working hard each and every day to keep St. Kitts clean. Our primary mandate is to collect household waste while maintaining the engineered sanitary landfill in Connery. While it is the responsibility of businesses to see to it that their garbage is properly collected and disposed of at the landfill, the SWMC offers a commercial waste disposal service with our Nosy program. We also offer a bin rental service where persons can rent large bins to do community cleanups or other waste disposal activities. Additionally, our headquarters in Taylor's Range include state-of-the-art conference rooms for rental. So when you're hosting another event, consider using the SWMC conference facilities. We want to continue serving you by keeping our environment clean. Because at the SWMC, waste matters. For more information, call our office at 465-9507.
Maybe it's the way the brilliant gold liquid reflects our sunshine, or how the bright blue of its label mirrors the clear Caribbean skies overhead. Maybe it's the fresh, crisp taste of this beastly cold beer on a scorching hot day. Maybe it's even the way it brings us all together. But one thing is for sure, Carib is very much a part of who we are wherever we're from in the Caribbean. Carib, it's the way we play. Drink responsibly.
Hey guys, welcome back to Island Tea right here on Winn Media SKN. And guess what, guys? It's tea time.
Where you want to start? You want to talk about Puerto Rico? We could talk about Cuba. I want to talk about Cuba because I need to talk about something else after Cuba.
But let's do Puerto Rico first then.
Okay. Let me see what's happening over there. Not
Well,
good news, but you
Puerto
know.
Rico been having a rough time, bye.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
So it says Puerto Ricans seething over lack of power days after Fiona. As they should, because if may have electricity for days, right? It's crazy.
The idea, you know how crazy it is though for persons when they start recognizing that there's places in the world that they all of the power could go off. Like I remember hearing someone talk about I'm mentioning the fact that electricity went off in Puerto Rico.
Mm-hmm.
And they were so like they couldn't believe it, like you know,
What? This wasn't from the
no,
Caribbean.
they live in the States. Like there was some some people
Oh.
commentating in the States about, you know, what was happening with the hurricane and thing, and they're like, guys, they lost power to the entire island. Everybody's like, oh my god, how?
I'd be like, oh, that's
I mean, that's Tuesday night.
yeah, like
That's Tuesday.
I ran on Wednesday morning.
Yeah, but you have to understand, like, when these things happen, when you have all these other circumstances, stores, supermarkets not open, so you had all this food where you buy, like
Oh, that's crazy.
medication going, like they
That
can't go
is
to a pharmacy
insane.
to buy new ones, like there's like water up and down the place. You might not be in your own house. You might be staying with a family,
And
friend.
they was upset that Fiona ain't touch us.
What?
People was literally upset that Fiona, one, even though she said she was coming Friday night, Friday morning when they wake up, the sun was hot, so they was upset. Two, they was upset that she didn't directly impact us. Now, I don't know if you always read or look at anything in the news, right? But there has never been a time when a hurricane has touched anything, and it has been good.
Yeah, that's normally how I do. Watch it, we can't just take the green. I think it's looking so nice and green right now. We can't just appreciate that.
Yeah.
Just appreciate that.
Thank the Lord that you don't have to worry about your electricity, your water.
About your roof not being on.
You do have to worry about them things. But your roof not being over in your neighbor yard. Important things in life.
Important things. But Jade, talk to us about what's happening in Puerto Rico.
Well, half of Puerto Rico is without power more than
Wow.
5 days after Hurricane Fiona struck,
Wow.
including an entire town where not a single work crew has arrived. Many of the U.S. territories are angry and incredulous, and calls are growing for the ouster of the island's private electricity transmission and distribution company. But anyway, is it really their fault?
Yes, Jade, I think what happened is that people gonna have expectations. People gonna expect that
I do expect to see a crew at least, a man in a yellow vest.
Yeah, somewhere.
Even if he ain't doing nothing, just stand up so I can feel better.
Jade, these people work all in the hurricane.
It's true.
Yeah. And maybe they're looking at. You mean they have an idea of what the level of damage is, and probably from what they're saying, they say, okay, 5 days is enough to at least see a start, right? So maybe that's
To
what
at least pull a wire, something. But yeah.
I'm so glad that we've already taken steps to kind of safeguard our grid by.
Bye. Big up Scallop one time.
Yeah, they did a whole big thing last year before, placing a lot of wires on the ground and stuff like that.
See, love it.
So that I know I don't know if it's even like part of the grid already, but they definitely went through that exercise. I'm sure there's more to go, but they definitely and will.
It's a start. Good.
Mhm.
Well, prayers with Puerto Rico, boy, because Lord.
Yeah, man, they keep getting touched. I mean, it's rough.
Yeah, you just put up some infrastructure to fix the damages from the last hurricane.
Yeah, the road, just your rain come, wash your road. The people them decide, but you know what, guys? But just put a bridge to.
Not going with the bridge now.
By hurricane, come down with the bridge.
Like, come on, bad. Have a
We're gonna
heart,
put next
bad.
leave a helicopter there. Like, what you gonna do? Like,
No, they're going to get blood on too. Let's. Maybe we should leave there vacant. Well, I don't really think you can, but bye. Anyway, let's jump over to Cuba. they have voted to legalize same-sex marriage.
Okay.
About 2/3 of the population voted to approve reforms in a new family code, which will also allow surrogate pregnancies and give gay couples the right to adopt children. It marks a big moment for Cuba, which saw gay people persecuted and sent to work in camps in the 1960s and 70s. However, there was a significant opposition, of course, to the reforms among religious groups and conservatives. The referendum on Sunday was for a new family code, a 100-page document which went through more than 24 drafts and hours of debate in community-level meetings. Okay. But yeah, new laws. I'm happy that more and more we're realizing that what people do in the privacy of their bedrooms with consent, and is it legal, is none of our business. Y'all literally send people to camps because they was having sex with people. You know how wild the concept of people being banned or people being persecuted over who they choose to have sex with? Understanding that I am talking about legal consenting adults, That's the only people I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But do you think there's a difference when we start talking though about like the institution of marriage and in particular family dynamics?
You know what's funny? I literally was looking at the history of marriage last night and where it came from. Of course, men. And they more so what they wasn't marrying for the purposes of marrying for no love and them kind of stuff.
Love doesn't, like, why would you marry for love?
No, that's, yeah.
No, but seriously, like on a serious note, like why would you go into something that is supposed to last forever, a commitment, over something as fleeting as emotions? Like
that was decisions in life as him. But yeah, marriage was literally about money and no, actually in most societies it was about money. I think there was some of them that was about children. It was so crazy, one of them, right? That if they get married today and you ain't get pregnant today, they're divorcing you.
No, but
on the wedding night. Like
I think for me that's what I think the role is about. Not getting children, but the idea of duty, right? The idea of duty. And think about it this way: if you are a body that is tasked with trying to help to develop a society, right? Recognizing in order for us to have the best society, we probably need the best people in the society.
Yeah.
And the way to get the best people is to have strong family structures. Then there we should kind of figure out a way to pursue the ideal.
Yeah.
Understanding that everybody ain't going to attain the ideal.
You know what else I found out last night when it came to marriage? Sorry, make it off, right? But it's something that you always say. It's something you say you always say man should be. So last night I found out, right, in certain societies, men weren't allowed to get married until like the 20s, 30s.
Yeah.
Because of that, the fact that they're stupid. And women were able to get, well, not women. They weren't women. They were marrying off these kids at 12 and stuff.
Yeah, but I think like a lot of the things that we see crazy now, like if you look at the context, then like it makes sense. Like for instance, in a lot of societies, but people really wasn't living past 40 and say people wasn't living past 40.
Stint, man.
People wasn't living that past 40.
Boy, all kind of things was happening, diseases.
Supposed to say love is an enduring principle.
Not just emotions. Love sounds stressful. But, okay. Don't overdo it. YouTube wait.
Okay.
Use smaller words.
So it's still intangible.
Yeah.
But anyway, not only that too, like when you say you can't get married before a certain age, it's because of the role you play as the man in the relationship. So if you're expected to protect, provide, and like we handle that at 17,
No, that's a buy.
you have to acquire some assets.
No, it wasn't really. It was literally wasn't about the assets. It was literally about the intelligence.
Yeah, but I'm saying,
Well, in some
like,
societies.
but what I'm saying is like, yeah, you're at a place where you can't provide the role that we feel you're supposed to provide. And it's about like
So
it's
you
about
can't
duty.
get married.
It's
No,
about duty,
I
yeah.
was marrying for no reason.
That people marrying for.
Look at the society we live in.
Yeah.
But
that's the point I'm making. So I think when we start talking about like gay marriage and stuff like that, like those are the conversations, not necessarily person's sexual preference being on the judgment block. But if you are going to admit that the ideal situation for young people is to live in a household with mother and father having that dual thing, which is proven, then why do you then put things in place that don't support the ideal? And then on top of that, if you are the government who is trying to put policy in place that gives the country the best chance of being its best self, then people would say, okay, well, that's counterintuitive. So I think that's where some of that pushback comes from.
Yeah.
Of course, there's the religious pushback.
Yeah, I understand.
Of course,
that
there's
part,
the.
some of them
Of course, there's just the bigoted people who just say want to see people happy.
Yeah, wait.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like all of that kind of things that come into play when we're having these things.
Yeah.
But I like in terms of person's sexual preference, who they want to relate,
No. Unless it's going to cause you harm or death. Yeah. Which have you watched Dharma?
I haven't watched it, but I'm familiar with Dharma, like
Me too,
the story.
Me too.
I haven't watched it yet because I think I have to be in a certain mind state to watch
Boy. That man, boy. Listen, I please love our children. Give them all the love, the nurturing, and the care that they need as kids so they don't grow up to eat people. Please. I don't know how many of y'all are familiar with this.
Jeffrey?
Yes, Mr. Jeffs. Big Jeffs. But he was a serial killer that, by the way, if serial killers was like more active now, right? Ask people that I don't know. Because it would have been so much easier right now to kill people, right? I mean, it's still, yeah. If you realize how easy it is, people that just be sharing their location, just everything, everything you want to find out, like.
Yeah. Who tell you they're less active?
Okay, sorry, wait. Well, they're less known. Maybe because
maybe they're not getting caught as much.
Yeah.
Because people go missing more now than ever before.
But that man was literally hunting, and I don't know, something was gonna go wrong with him from the where that was telling the story with his father. I say, yeah, bye. I know what happened to him. Like, I had already know what was gonna happen to him, but I just was like,
I'm interested to see how they portray that, because from my understanding, I mean, Dama's mom she was suffering from depression.
Listen,
and the dad was
it was more than depression.
No, I'm just saying, like, I can't remember, like, everything.
I remember the amount of medication she was on before this child was born. At every step of his life, I just walk out. He can kill people here.
See, the thing
he got kill people.
And I think you make a very important point, because I think this is a story that highlights the fact that society and adults in particular fail children over and over and over again. There's consequences for that.
Yep.
Because even when he became an adult and started, you know how much situations happen where this man could have gone in, could have got locked up long time.
Police come, people call police, the police come, they tell them watch you. Parent got a little boy here, so he gonna close and he bleeding. Something wrong. The police is like, I mean, I could see, but
Jade,
may really feel like it's that bad. A naked little boy outside bleeding. Jeffrey said, yeah, that'll be my friend. Police was like, see, there you go.
well, I'm not in real life.
Crazy.
One of the things that happened was one of the guys had gotten away and was outside, and I don't know if it was, well, I mean, in real life, I don't know if it was.
No, he was a 14-year-old man. It was so crazy that the same
Wow.
14-year-old was the brother of another person that Jeffrey had abused. We can't spoil it, Axman. It is literally on the internet.
everybody-
Jeffrey Dahmer in you.
Yeah.
This ain't a new story, man. It's just insane how they put. Evan Peters, whoever the man name who played Jeffrey, right? This man played Jeffrey so good that I forget him Jeffrey.
Ooh. Let me tell you something. I mean, you might have been aware of this call for sensitivity when it relates to these kind of shows, right? Because imagine you was like one of the victims, or like the victim was one of your daughters, and like every week somebody
Son.
yeah, you're right. And it's almost like every year somebody putting out a new docuseries, a new documentary,
I
and
know
whatever.
you're probably trying to move on, but let me remind you that your son was kidnapped and eaten by this crazy man.
And everybody now talking about it. You go work, everybody talking about it. You turn on the TV, everybody. You go to YouTube,
I tell you,
everybody
because
doing it.
because there is so many documentaries about this man, but the Netflix one,
Yeah, because it's a reenactment.
boy.
So and I think that's the other thing too. I could tell you, I
Man,
would have been
reenacted that goodbye.
I would have been calling some very talented lawyer to do some sewage.
They probably done already started figuring out how to do this. They
And
probably
Netflix
did.
didn't care because they'll pay it out and then still have not seen the bank this year. But yeah, but it kind of tense. I just keep thinking like, but if that was my family, but me, you know how I feel about this guy.
Me would I want to. There was a particular story as in that they had me feeling so sick. It was when he made friends with a disabled person.
So wait, you finished the entire series already? Yeah, okay, my bad. I don't know what I was thinking. Continue.
This is what I do. This is what I do as him.
Yeah, you're right. Continue.
Yeah, and he was deaf and mute, and he befriended Jeffrey, and I was like, oh Lord, he gonna eat him, you know? He gonna eat him.
I haven't watched it yet, but I mean, Jade, I remember I watched one. Jade, I remember watching one documentary on him, and they had spoken about how he, like when they eventually caught him, how he just had like these parcels, like prepackaged parcels of like human flesh.
But the man had things all over the place, in the fridge, in the freezer. In a barrel.
But I watched an interview with the guy who, the detective who they called in when they find out what happened. But me know he get catch in the series.
I could tell, but I could.
Me know he get catch in the
it's okay,
series.
Make spoil it. I go watch it.
Yeah, me know he get catch in the series. But
It was
how
funny.
how
It
he
was
got
funny,
caught,
but it wasn't funny.
how he got caught in real life is the same thing. Funny, you know, he almost got away again.
Sure?
In real life, he almost got away again, yeah, because like the police officer, like, I'm talking about happening in real life, so this ain't a spoiler alert, because I ain't watch it either.
Yeah, this actually happened.
So in real life, what happened is one of the guys had gotten away.
Yeah.
And don't say because they may want it spoiled for them. So because we don't know. But we don't know how it ends. We don't know how close
It's
it
a
is to the truth.
reenactment. Go ahead. I'm gonna tell you half of your course.
Because even that, I have an issue with it. I don't like the fact that you could just go, take my entire life, make it over, ain't got to get nothing from me, and then just make all this money on it, and then home broke.
Brooks and Happy Pan went to jail and stuff, you know, the one that get where? He went to jail and all kind of stuff. Oh,
but what happened was,
boy.
he had gotten away and he still had a shackle on his hand. And the police then was like, oh,
what kind of freaking is this?
we got to go back. But we got, okay, cool, y'all freaky like that, so let's take you back. Let's take you back to the guy who had your lockup. But he didn't have the key.
Oh.
So in real life, what happened was, They were like, why me ain't got the key? And he couldn't explain why he ain't got the key. But why he didn't need the key was because the way he'll get back the handcuffs was just to chop off the hand.
Why need a key for?
So he didn't need a key. So the people was like, wait. Why you mean you ain't got a
all
key?
these things are for people. Let me see what going on.
So what
with
it
you.
was like, yeah.
No, okay, well, it wasn't
But what happened was, while they're walking around the apartment, one of the police officers saw the Polaroids that he was
that happened
taking.
too.
And then the man look around and was like, wait, this is the same room. This is the same room. And he just ball out, grab him.
Because Jeffrey was like, oh, Lord.
Just ball out, grab him. That's how he can catch you.
Yeah, because the police, what you like?
The police was just like in real life, the police was just like, okay, well, we just got to cut off this. And then one of them was like, wait, this the same
This here look hello.
This look familiar,
Hey,
man.
what are you?
Yeah, like that's something.
You could imagine if it was Kitchen police. The jokes. Not the situation funny, but the reactions to them finding out what this man doing. Gold.
So the detective who got called in said he got to the place, right? He got to the place, and then the police officers who went to there just tell him, so the man come, okay, what's happening? What's going on?
Bye, pan, I hate people.
No, they didn't say nothing. Like the detective who got there, he said they didn't tell him anything. They just tell him look in the fridge.
Why would you do that? Why would you traumatize this man
So
like
he
that?
said he looked in the fridge, and the only thing in the fridge was some condiments,
And a head.
a box of Arm and Hammer, some baking soda, and a box
And a head.
with a freshly severed head.
Oh,
In it.
sick. The man's sick. The man had a man head in a box in his room to it. Like, what I wouldn't know. I would thank the Lord.
Hey, love your children, yeah?
Please hug them when they're small.
Love your
Hug them
children.
from small. If your children take a special interest in killing animals, you got a little serial killer on your hand. You need to weed out that early. That's one of the signs. If your child enjoy killing animals or hurting animals, you might got a little terrorist growing up. And we want them to say, we ever had a serial killer in Vegas? Maybe not a good man.
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't put it past. I'm not going to go.
Is a good man a serial killer? If you have 5 bodies as a
Yes,
good man.
yes, Jane.
Okay, so we don't. Okay.
Yes, Jane.
We don't make it seem so. That doesn't make it seem like he's just a good man. No, he's a serial killer.
It's because they're trying to say the motivations are different. But by some people,
Why can't he eating them?
no, motivations meaning, they have some disagreement, whatever, boom, boom, and that kind of thing. But I don't know, but like, just love your children.
Yeah, be in their life. And please, and I don't feel like the doctors would do this. Because the doctor that was giving the lady all that medication,
Yeah, but
while she was pregnant was...
Back in the day, there's a smoke cigarettes.
morphine and all kind of...
There's a smoke cigarettes when they're pregnant, Jade. Like, it was normal.
Tell you, he had no chance, why?
Why you think the role of, like, psychopaths are in society now?
The role?
Mm-hmm.
May know. What may know? I never thought about it, honestly.
No, I mean, psychopaths played a very important role in society.
Back then?
Yeah, of course.
Which was what?
Them was the people who go and do things that you need people who was gonna able to go and do the things that nobody else want to do and not have long-lasting psychological.
Oh yeah,
PTSD.
you did.
So like for
yeah.
instance, my tribe and this tribe have a war, like, and we decide like, hey, we kind of got to go over here and deal and kidnap back with families.
Kidnap back.
We need to go and rescue our families.
Thank you, because we don't want to kidnap.
So we go. So you go over there, and you want people who are gonna go over there, do all the terrible things, and come back and just continue their life.
Yeah.
So like
Water off the back.
Yeah. So you needed those people in those days. Like I believe that we still have psychopaths.
Yeah.
But they probably play very significant roles in society. We just that we don't really put one and one together.
Yeah,
I'm talking about people.
Well,
it's not everybody who have psychopathic tendencies who are like violent, you know.
That's true.
Like clinical psychopaths and like just automatically go around kill people like that.
Because I was about to say, one of the roles for sure, them people that you need to send to war without needing to convince them.
Well, I don't know. 'Cause a lot of them, but a lot of them people just come back and they all messed up. So they're obviously in psychopathic.
They left mess up.
Yeah.
You just made it worse.
See, that was my thing. A lot of Fortune 500 CEOs and stuff like that. I think a lot of the people who we term as the Illuminati, who are making all these decisions,
they got to think differently.
Yeah,
they got to think differently. But I'm the main one, hopefully. So, you.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, some people are saying leaders of countries who have nukes and assassins and stuff like that. What are you saying about Putin, Baja, today?
But
you think Putin? You think no, seriously? You think if we were to check Putin, that he would?
That man crazy. That man is nuts.
But psychopathic, I don't know.
Huh?
Psychopathic, I don't know. But that's a specific thing.
He ain't too far from it then. If he's not it, he ain't too far. He a couple notches down.
Maybe
if he's not.
narcissistic, egotistical.
All of these things traits.
May have a God complex.
Oh, so.
No, that's not psychopathic.
Okay, so what make him different?
No, I'm saying that does
What makes him what?
No, what I'm saying is you could test somebody to know if they based on this how your brain reacts to certain things, you know.
Well, you can't go ask Putin to test him for that, so I don't know what you're gonna do.
I ain't want to find out
Neither
either.
me.
That
ain't my business.
Bye.
All I know is when China invade Taiwan, I don't watch us.
No, we gotta go, Jane.
Who we?
We got to go.
Not we.
You see Jordan
Maybe
say,
you got
Jordan
to-
say we
you
don't stand with
can't tell me
Taiwan. Just say we stand with Taiwan, yeah?
We could stand with them, yes. Over here, I'm standing over here.
But we gotta fight with them too.
Why?
What do you mean why?
No.
That's our
That's
part,
that's what. That's
you,
what.
you think they're putting all this money and building all these community center for nothing?
They better.
No.
How we going?
We call up the reservists. We gotta go Taiwan and fight war. We and America, cause Biden say he's standing with them too. Biden say he putting troops on the ground.
So I standing here. I'll stand with them from afar. So.
Jay, now you don't benefit on all them things from the Taiwan you ain't gonna
That's
help.
regular. That's how the world has won as them.
Take one and then
just live.
We gotta go watch.
Me not born a war, so me ain't going. I was not trained in that. So I sticking to what I know.
Somebody says narcissistic is a requirement for politics. I don't know if I would say it's a requirement for politics. What I would say, I believe that there are a lot of people who strive to be involved in politics that seem to be narcissistic. There are people who get roped into politics,
That's true.
and I don't know if they fall into that. But if you have a child who's like 11, 12, and they keep telling you they want to be like a politician, you might want to watch them sideways.
You might want to check a little Billy there.
Yeah. I don't know if people keep telling children, you could be the president.
Don't know.
You could be the prime minister if you want to. Yeah, that's true, but why?
But what you need. But SH, nothing is free. Jay dying on to do with me because I may ask for it. So, Taiwan bag already because China look like it coming. China been look like it coming. But anyway, let's take a break because when we come back, we are about to talk about Winn.
Oh, yeah, we're talking about Winn?
Winning with Winn.
Winning with Winn on Winn?
On Winn.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, let's take a break and come back now.
Of course.
All right, guys, we're going to be right back with more Island Tea right here on Winn Media SKN. See you in a bit.
Energize your goals with Lucasade. Get it good. Look under the cap. Find the code. Win it. Thousands in prizes. iPhones and TVs. Or win 30 grand US dollars for your goals. That's goals.
For a chance to win 30,000 US dollars. Purchase any Lucasade Energy promo bottle. Look under the cap and find the code to win iPhones, TVs, and free Lucasade or 30,000 US dollars to energize your goals. See website, social media, or press for details. Lucasade, taste the energy.
turbo. Energy me want kickstart and a workout. Pour some in a mine and in a your cup. We're going up and up and up. 1 cup on me charge up, turbo me want no time for talk. Pour some in on my cup and get me energy up. Original flavor me drinking, mixing with the juicing. We no lose turbo me for win. Cause a turbo me say me ever ready, never did it. The greatest next level energy, it's legendary. Pass up, turbo we drink and charge up. 1 cup on my gun up, me charge up with turbo energy drink. Yes.
Hey morning guys, welcome back to Island Tea right here on Winn Media SKN. And I know I said this all the time when we have guests, that the guests are special, but I think in this case...
She actually special, man.
She actually special.
Yeah, she does keep the things running in here.
Yeah. Jay, do you want to introduce?
Yes, this is my good manager. Miss Shariena Mills, the manager of Winn Media SKN and a hot girl in real life.
Thank you.
Yes.
Good morning.
What's up, Shariena?
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm just here to talk about winning with Winn.
As you should.
Yes.
So what's happening? What's happening at this good old station? I know we just celebrated an anniversary.
Yeah, 20 years. You could imagine that? Like we have a full-blown adult right here.
20 years?
Right?
Yeah.
20 years.
How old are you again?
That's a lot. A lot of businesses don't even go 6 months now.
I'm telling you.
So 20 years through a pandemic and a recession and everything else, and we're still here.
Still here, boy.
Yeah, and we're doing things. We're going big this year, next year, and the next 5 years, and onward.
Awesome.
So I'm here to talk about the future for Winn.
Well, how are we looking?
Pretty good,
Okay,
you know?
Okay.
Pretty good.
Happy to hear that. That has been a part of the Winn family.
Yes.
So what you're saying is that Winn is obviously the staple in media right here in St. Kitts.
Yes.
And Nevis.
Yeah.
And in the Caribbean, really.
Caribbean,
And the truth is...
it's in the name, West Indies.
Yes,
News
indeed.
Network.
Indeed. And the truth is, we here and 20 years ain't a small feat.
No, it's not.
So how we intending to like celebrate this? Like how we marking this milestone?
Yeah. What I realized is it's been a rough road for the past 2 years for everybody, and including the media companies and the media groups. And we have to be grateful and thankful that we're still in business because of our supporters and our listeners. Right? So what I decided for 20 years is that we need to give back. 20 years, you couldn't make it as a business without people supporting you nonstop.
That's true.
So we got to give back. We got to give back to the community because without the community, we wouldn't have anybody supporting us.
Right.
Right? A lot of businesses forget where they came from and forget who is giving them the profits and who is keeping them in business. And we have to remember that. And my team, Jade, all of you, we decided that we're going to give back to community and help certain charities raise funds.
Oh,
right?
Nice.
Yeah, so we're having a Winning with Winn charity walk, our first and hopefully annual charity walk. And we're deciding to support 3 charities, which are, NGOs or charities, which are the Carding Home, because you have to look for those who don't have anybody to look for them, no matter what age they are. The Children's Home and PALS. We all know PALS is
PALS.
Pediatric Assistance League, right? And especially PALS because my daughter was the one who gave me the idea because she had a classmate, not really a classmate, but a schoolmate who passed away a month ago. She was in grade 5.
Wow.
Yeah, she had a brain tumor and she didn't survive. And my daughter said, "Mommy, if there was only something we could do to help," right? Because she felt so helpless at 9 that she's wondering, what can you do? And if that was her, she asked if that was her, what would happen if she was, you know? It was really sad. She was down for about a week. And I was like, we got to do something. You feel like sometimes your hands are behind your back.
Yeah.
And when you're running a company, you have to reach out to people and give back.
Yeah.
Right? You have to pay it forward. Remember that movie?
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
You have to give back. So we decided that this October the 1st, we were scheduling for last week, but with all the storm and independence activities, we rescheduled to October the 1st, and we're going to have a charity walk to raise money for these 3 charities. And it is going to start at the parking lot next to the cinema. And we're going to be there at 5 a.m. And there's a registration fee, which all the funds will go towards the charities. Right? So we're asking people to just sign up for a little measly $30, right? And the funds will go towards the charities. And the first 50 that register will get a free Winn t-shirt to celebrate with us. 20 years is a big milestone. Right? So we get fit and we help a cause at the same time. Right? I haven't exercised in a while because
I don't know my knees going to start.
I'm busy running Winn, so I don't have time to go to the gym.
But you're winning.
Yes, I'm winning with the Winn. Right? So we decided to call it Winning with Winn because we want people to celebrate with us. And in the spirit of giving back, we're going to get fit, help some charities, and bring our supporters, get to know people who listen to Winn. So guys, come out. Because if you do listen to Island Tea every morning, you have to meet Jada and Azim because they're going to be there at 5 o'clock in the morning. 5 a.m. We start at 5:30, but we're gathering at 5 a.m. and in the parking lot right there. And the route is we're going to go from the parking lot on the bypass. So we're going to go up on the bypass, come across on Kim Collins Highway, come back down on the Bay Road, and then we're going to end at the Winn office here in the Sands Complex.
Sure.
So it's about an hour walk. Nothing long, nothing tedious.
Too easy.
We have a prize for the first person who makes it to the finish line first.
No, Azim, it's not going to be you. It is not going to be you.
And we have a prize for the youngest walker or the youngest participant, and we have a prize for the oldest. So we're welcoming all ages to come out. It doesn't matter what age you are. Even if I have to push you in a chair, we'll go. Because it's for a bigger cause than us.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I mean, it's really a win-win situation.
Winning with Winn.
You see what you did there? Yeah, I mean, you come out, you get fit, you come and hang out with the cool staff of Winn FM.
Yeah,
and
get to meet us. Yeah,
and of course, you donate to some amazing causes.
Exactly.
Yeah, it definitely is a win-win-win situation for everybody.
Because I always say you don't know when it's going to affect you or your family. Right, I've never been in a situation where one of my family members needed that kind of help. But if I am, I would hope that there are people supporting us and rallying around us and doing a GoFundMe because we need each other. The pandemic teaches one thing, is that we need each other. We can't do it by ourselves.
Not at all.
Right, and businesses have to realize that you need your clients and your customers. Right, you have to look out for their best interests also. Right. And I think 20 years is a good lesson to learn that by 20 years with people supporting you, that's a long time. Yeah, that's a really good marriage, right?
So. I wouldn't know, but as you've seen those kind of marriages before.
I believe so, Jay.
Yeah, the average marriage lasts, 2 years?
About that.
2 years.
No, the average.
Oh, I thought I just going to say, I said, when you get back?
No, the average one is about 2 years now.
Divorced twice,
You don't divorce twice?
No.
Wow.
Well, if you last 20 years, that's a big milestone, right? But I was going to tell you about how to register.
Yes, go straight ahead.
So we have online registration. You can go on the Winn Media SKN Facebook page or the winnmediaskn.com page, and you can click on the registration link, and it will give you a form that you have to sign out, or you can come to our office here in the Sands Complex, Unit C24, and you can get a registration form. Now, if you can't make it, we'll accept donations on your behalf for the charities because we want to make We want to raise as much funds as possible for them to do something to make a difference.
Oh,
Right.
well, I think that's important to stress on as well, Shariena. The fact that, if you aren't able for whatever reason
Yeah.
to join us on Saturday, that you
Yeah.
could still give
Give a donation.
Donation,
Of
okay.
$30 or more dollars.
all the
right?
money goes to the charities,
Yes.
guys.
Yes. Right?
We walk in for our cars.
Yes, we are.
But what else is happening at Winn?
Okay.
Yeah,
So
Come on.
I had
We're
another.
gonna foot rub?
Yes, well, that too. I'll give you a gift certificate later.
Ah, yeah.
Right. I got this idea again from my daughter. She asked, "Why is there nothing for kids on air?"
Out of the mouth
Right.
of babes.
And you've met her,
Yes, yeah,
right?
yeah,
You've
yeah.
met her, so you know. So I was like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "Kids don't have a voice on the radio. It's all adults telling us what to listen to, what to do, how we feel." And she's very opinionated at 9, yeah? So I was like, "So what would you guys talk about?" She's like, "We like to tell adults how we feel, what we are into, what affects us, and what we want to see happening."
As
right?
they should.
As they should. You should listen to your kids. So we have a new show calling Conversations with Our Kids, because we don't talk to them really about what affects them. We are always telling them what affects
We talk
them.
at them,
Yes.
not with them.
Yeah. Yeah. We tell them how school should feel for them. We tell them what they want to do. Go in dance class, because you have to be a dancer. Right? You never really have that real conversation with your kids.
Yeah, and if they want to be a dancer, Vix.
Yeah.
We don't find a real job.
Exactly. I mean, when I was younger, if I told somebody I wanted to be a makeup artist, a hairstylist, they would be like, "You, a makeup artist with all your subjects? Go get a real job."
Yeah, go get a real
Right?
job. Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta realize that our realities when we grew up, it's very different to our kids now, right? So my daughter wants to be a video game programmer,
Oh,
right? And
should go
there's
to my old school.
right, and she'll probably be one of the few females who's in that field, but it's very lucrative. It's a lucrative career.
Oh no, that's an understatement. No, really, the video games make more money than music now.
Yeah. Doctors, lawyers, a video game programmer. Yes, she'll be well off if she does well,
trust
right?
Trust
It
me.
will be.
Yes, and right. So I could have never imagined in my day, because I played Nintendo. Remember with Mario
Yeah, Duck
We had
and
to pull out
Danzo.
the thing
and
blow it
Tetris, and
yeah,
yes,
yeah.
you had to blow on your cartridge. I could have never imagined that would have been a career that would be available to me at my age at 8 and 9, but that's a possibility for her. So we need to have these conversations about what kids really want from their education. So for our awesome guest for the first show, we would welcome the Minister of Education, the Honorable Dr. Jeffrey Hanley, to talk about kids and how they feel about school, what they like about school, what they don't like about school, what they want to happen in school, right?
And it should come from them, because
Thank
they're
you.
the ones that attend school daily.
Exactly,
They
right?
have a particularly interesting insight into school,
Yes,
right?
yes.
You would think.
I mean,
Yes.
listen.
But it's always come from top down. So the kids are a bunch of adults go in a room and plan a curriculum based on what they think kids should learn.
Right.
It's never having a little session with the kids and be like, what do you want to learn in school? Because I bet if you go back and you ask them, most of them would want to do a skill,
Yeah.
right? Especially in primary school, right? And that's not available. And even high school, it's very limited, right?
Woodwork or metalwork.
And then they push a certain person to metalwork and woodwork and clothing and textile, right? If you seem to be more academically inclined, they'll push you to maths and
Stay away from that.
chemistry and steer you away from the skills-based subjects, right? But you'd be surprised. I mean, my daughter is brilliant at science and maths, but she wants to be a video game programmer. Sometimes she wants to be an actor. Sometimes she wants to be a musician. You know, you change your mind at 9.
Of course, as you should.
Yeah.
Feel it out.
Yeah, we need to have these conversations with them, because we're giving them a voice at Winn now. So it's hopefully every Saturday from 2 to 3. The kids are going to come in for half an hour. They're going to produce their own show.
Nice.
So we're going to help them a little bit, but they're producing their own show. They're coming up with their own questions. And the good part about it is they've had the training.
Nice.
Yes. So at Winn for the past 2 weeks, we've been training the participants. We haven't picked the hosts yet. So we're looking at 4 hosts in the end to pick 4 to 5. And we've had about 12 participants so far in the workshop. where they learn radio broadcasting skills, how to use the console, the equipment. They've learned interview skills. They've learned how to dialogue with each other, right? And these are important skills because we don't want to take over their show.
No.
I want them to be in here for the half an hour and they learn how to, okay, we'll take a break right after this and then we come back and they, Honorable Minister, what do you think about, I want them to be able to do that on their own. And the ages are from 5 to 12. I think the oldest is 11 right now.
Awesome.
Right?
Awesome.
We have maybe a 6-year-old and a 7-year-old. We don't have any 5-year-olds, but you never know if it comes down to we have to have this show more regularly. Maybe we have a 5-year-old that is very eloquent and can keep a conversation and come on the show.
Look, let me tell you something, we the ones who place limits on these children.
Yes, we do.
We the ones who place limits on them.
Yeah.
They have so much more potential than we could even imagine.
Exactly. Look at the amount of kids that have YouTube channels and make millions from it.
Listen,
Right?
they need to come teach me.
Let me tell you something,
Yes.
the shows that these children producing
Top class
in
shows.
a mother basement and so.
Yes, yeah. And they make millions from it, right? My daughter watches this kid called Ryan playing with the toys, and Ryan has clothing lines, video games, his own TV show, a Nickelodeon series, all of that. And he's worth about $11 million.
And if you want to give me $1 million,
You have, and then there's the other one, the family. I forgot their family is called, but she watches this show with these kids, and she's like, I want my own YouTube channel because she sees that that's a career path.
Let me tell you something. A lot of children right here in St. Kitts got their own YouTube channel.
They do. There are a few of
content.
the participants who do have their own YouTube channel.
I have a little cousin. She got her own YouTube channel. I can't tell what is going on there, but she got her own YouTube channel.
And she has to followers come.
Yeah, she has followers. When she get followers, she come and tell me, I get a follower today. I say, what?
Yeah.
So nobody follow me? Okay.
Exactly, right? My daughter goes on TikTok and she tells me what's happening. I'm like, okay, So that's the reality. One of the topics that we're going to touch is, do you think any kid under 14 should have a social media platform page of their own?
Right.
Because my daughter and I constantly go back and forth about what age it's appropriate to have your own social media page, whether it's Facebook or Instagram, right? Or even TikTok, because you have to protect them, but you have to let them be creative, right? So that's a good topic because the kids, you'll be surprised about their answers because some of the kids actually said, I'm not old enough. Right? My mommy says there are predators out there who will message me and
your mom is correct.
right? And there are some who yes, I want to talk about my hobbies and what I'm interested in, and that's okay if mommy controls, you have parental controls on it, but I want a platform to speak about, show you what I'm interested in. So that would be an interesting topic.
Yeah, for sure.
From the kids' perspective. So that's another thing coming up, conversations with our kids. It's going to be on Saturdays for kids. They produced by kids. The kids come up with the topics, and they run the show. They run their show.
Well, I am really looking forward to that for sure. When the first show is slated to?
We're hoping the second week of October. They missed the training because of the storm weekend.
Right.
So we want to make sure that they're fully trained, that they're able to hold a conversation, keep up dialogue with each other, and be able to interview even the Prime Minister, because the kids requested that the Prime Minister be on this show. Okay, so we're hoping.
I mean, he should.
Yes, he should.
I think that would be a really good episode.
Yes,
I would be so excited
exactly.
to actually sit down and talk to the Prime
Yes,
Minister.
when they were going to the interview questions for that, they said, how hard is it to really be Prime Minister? Right?
I just say it.
They really don't want to.
Yeah, they asked that because we tell them they could be Prime Minister, but they're interested in how hard the job really is.
No, they're asking the important questions.
Yes. Right? Because they only
keep telling me this. Like, why
this easy now?
Yeah, you could be president or prime minister now, and they want to know how hard is this job really?
Yeah, why people keep telling me I should do
Because
one?
it looks hard. Right? You have to realize that kids are very observant, right? One thing they do is they look, they notice things, and they record it. Right? My daughter has that kind of memory where she looks at something, she observes you, and then she remembers 3 months later, and she comes and she tells you about this incident, and you have no idea what happened. And then she tries to analyze and all of that. And kids are so smart now, right? I think they're born with critical thinking skills now. So you can't underestimate what they are capable of doing. So we want to bring that to Winn. Again, for 20 years, let's give the kids a platform to talk, right? Talk among themselves, talk to their parents. We want to have an episode where the parents come on and they have conversations with the kids. Right?
What it sounds to me, and I think it's very timely, is after 20 years of Winn, like what we're doing is
the future.
Prepping for the future
exactly.
as well. So
exactly.
I really love that idea. I'm really looking forward to that.
Exactly.
It will be a really good show.
Yeah.
And we also have some other shows coming up, some of them that we can't talk about yet.
No, it's still in the works.
But definitely, guys, be sure to follow us and
just skip your radio and Winn. Like,
keep your eye on
Winn. Go to the Winn Media SKN. But that's what I'm saying. Go to the Winn Media SKN, YouTube and Facebook.
Yeah.
And make sure that you like and subscribe and click the little notification bell.
Yep.
On YouTube, so you know when things are happening.
As you should. And just follow our journey. We have 20 more years in us. And
plus,
hopefully another 20 after that.
Yeah. Well, I'll be retiring at 65, so anything after that, the next manager, probably one of the kids,
Who knows?
Who knows indeed.
Who knows? All right.
Well, Shariena, it's been awesome talking to you.
Thank you.
And thanks for all this. We'll make sure to keep plugging the walk
as
well.
Yes, it's important that everybody comes out and supports this cause. Again, we never know when it's going to be one of us that needs help.
Yeah,
right?
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. But thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, you gotta come downstairs now.
Yes, I have to come down and have conversations with you guys more and let the business run itself, right?
Conversations with our host.
Yes. All right, thank you guys for having me.
All right, thank you so much.
All right.
Where do things are Winn by?
But yeah, we're always busy here,
That's true.
This radio station is busy, okay? New shows, new content, new things every month, hopefully.
Well, guys, unfortunately, that is going to be it for today. We're going to have to go. We're going to have to leave. We're going to have to disappear. Well, somebody just disappeared. But yeah, guys, it's been cool on this terrific Tuesday hanging out with you guys.
We are both literally tired, but we're here for you.
Yeah. I mean, the truth is, dude, like, even though you get tired, even the thing, like, compared to what some people got to wake up and go face, I could be coming here and talking to people.
Me too. May have no problem with this at all.
Yeah, I feel blessed.
Yeah. The only thing is the waking up part, but once I up.
Yeah, we're good.
Good to go.
Yeah, we come here 2 hours. We do
like my boss say, come in here and tell me don't use my phone. I got to ask them if I need to go to it, I need to ask my boss, like, what? So at my big age, you crazy? Nah.
Mr. Johnson, can I go to the bathroom?
You got to ask your manager if you could go to a funeral because you done went 4 for the year. That life ain't for me.
Bye. You were out there.
Let me live the winning life at Winn.
But guys, it's been great. It's been fun. Thank you guys for being a part of what it is that we do here. We would be nothing without you, as Shariena just said. You guys really give purpose to what it is that we do here in the morning. I appreciate it.
You saw a special note yesterday when I said to big up somebody, right? Did you do it?
No, I didn't know who the person is.
Oh, well, a fave. She's a sipper.
She's a sipper?
Yes.
Okay, tell me what the sipper did.
Hot Girl Mara. Yeah, she saw me at Bella. She was like, I love the show. I was like, what? I didn't know you listened to
Hot Girl Mara?
Hot Girl Mara.
Let me see Hot Girl Mara.
Bye, man, if you could take the hotness for you, For you, innit?
Mara, big up yourself, yeah?
Girl, tell you met me there. Every time I see her, she didn't even used to know. No, she don't catch you listening. Damn.
Never see she yet.
For sure?
Anyway.
How unfortunate, eh?
Unfortunate. But guys, it's like I said, we really appreciate you guys who could turn on your radios, log on to whether it's YouTube, Facebook, WinnMediaScan.com, however you choose to hang out with us. We really do appreciate it.
All the people that see us and tell us how much they love the show, we literally appreciate each and every one of you.
Yeah, for sure. It really does mean a lot for us to know that we have the support of you guys. And those of you who don't like us, big up yourself as well. We appreciate you too. We appreciate you too.
Yes, I'm gonna say after the show all
Yeah.
the good things that's happening for us.
All right. Well, guys, we gotta leave, we gotta go, we gotta disembark, we gotta disappear, as I said, and I just want to remind you to learn from the losses of others. All right, don't repeat the mistakes. As well as, guys, please spend more time living your content than posting it. You gotta be, you just.
Simple maths, you know. If you don't post it, if you don't hit send, if you backspace on that thought that you had that you don't type out, your life would be a lot easier.
Trust me.
So it's so much time to set this thing on to do me.
But guys, of course, most importantly, please remember you can't be everybody's cup of tea because you is not a mug. See you.